Late movie review? No, it actually isn't. In Australia, this movie comes out in January. So I just saw the movie, and technically this year it's a 2018 film. It's kind of like The Revenant. Same shit.
Don't do this, Eliza.
What is she saying?
Don't do this.
Oh God, it's not even human. If I told you about her, what would I say? I wonder.
The Shape of Water is directed by Guillermo del Toro, one of my favorite artistic directors, and stars Sally Hawkins, Michael Shannon, Richard Jenkins, Octavia Spencer, and Doug Jones. And basically this movie tells the story of this muted woman, played by Sally Hawkins. She works as a cleaner in this laboratory industry in the 1960s until Michael Shannon in the film, we don't see that, but we see him catching this creature. And basically Sally Hawkins in the film kind of has a bit of a connection with the creature. Now, I really love Guillermo del Toro. He's one of the most artistic directors of all time with Martin Scorsese. He directs really underrated films such as Hellboy 1 and 2. Love those films. And I also like Pacific Rim, one of those fun-ass movies that I've seen in 2013. But he made some bad ones as well. So I'm very skeptical with this movie. I heard the reviews, I heard the great reviews and America's ratings. So I went out and saw this film. And my God, I really love The Shape of Water. This is nearly one of my favorite films of 2018. And it's weird, it's my second review of 2018. And I now found my favorite movie of 2018, but it's not going to be anymore, because there's going to be more movies coming out this year, so I'm not going to say this is my favorite movie of the year. But if the other movies weren't as good as this movie, this could be my number one, that's for sure. Let's start with the positives. Of course, this movie has a lot of positives, especially the acting. Sally Hawkins as this muted woman, she was fantastic in this film. She didn't speak at all. She was mostly doing sign languages through the whole film, but my God, she does probably one of the best performances I have seen. This is probably one of the best actress performances I've ever seen. I hope she does at least get nominated for Best Actress in the Oscars, because she did a fantastic job. But I think my favorite part of this film is Michael Shannon as probably Gaston in this film. My God, Michael Shannon in this film. This is probably one of his best roles I've seen him ever. He was fantastic in this film. Michael Shannon's one of the most underrated actors, and I really loved him in most films I've seen, but Shape of Water, I think this is one of my favorite performances by him. I even love Richard Jenkins in this film as her neighbor. He was also really good in the film. He feels like a father to this woman, and their chemistry was really freaking good. But I love Doug Jones as the creature in the film. Yeah, Doug Jones, who plays that creature in Hellboy, I can't say his name, which kind of looks like him. And now he's playing this film, which is directed by Guillermo del Toro, and Hellboy is directed by Guillermo del Toro. It's kind of weird to say that, but I think he looks amazing. The CGI of him, it looked real. It looked amazing. It's kind of like the Blue Lagoon, how he looks. He looks freaking great. And the chemistry between Sally Hawkins and the creature was surprisingly great. It's a romance film, but it's mostly a friendship film. It doesn't feel much of a romance film to me. There are some romance elements with them too, but this film feels like more of a friendship type movie. And I like that. I really like when they have a chemistry between a monster and a muted woman. Yeah, a lot of people's like, this is like Beauty and the Beast. No, this is way different. Because one, the Beast is a human. But in this movie, the monster is a monster, which is played by an actor, but you don't get that. It's monster as a monster, not a beast as a human. So that's what's different about this film with Beauty and the Beast. This is kind of like the adult version of Beauty and the Beast. We get a Belle that's very muted, we get a Gaston, which is Michael Shannon, and we get the Beast, which doesn't turn back into a human, but we kind of have the same similar element, which is played by Doug Jones. So this is kind of like the adult version of Beauty and the Beast. And I really love that. I really do. The cinematography of this film was fantastic. The look of the film looks amazing, but the score in the film was freaking amazing. Come on, the score in this movie is probably one of the best scores I've seen all year. It's all 1950s, 60s music, and it worked really freaking well in this film. This is a pretty good looking movie. It's a kind of like Guillermo del Toro's style. That's what this film is like, and I love his style in the film. I love the direction. The dialogue was fantastic. Like, the whole movie, I was enjoying the whole movie, like, from start to finish. It's probably nearly one of the best romance films I've seen ever, and one of the best friendship films ever. And totally, this is probably the best Guillermo del Toro's films that I've seen in a very long time. I do have one flaw though, is that some bits of the movie, I reckon they should not be in the film. It's not that moments that pisses me off a lot, it's just these moments I reckon they should have cut out a bit. But guys, overall, The Shape of Water, fantastic movie. I cannot believe that this movie, I liked it so much that I thought I would go like it. Watch this movie, everybody. This is a really good looking film. This is a great story. The acting was fantastic. The monster looked great. And the whole French and romance element, it's really good. I'm going to give The Shape of Water an A. So guys, I did delete in my Blu-ray collection for 2019 because of big reasons. I left out some Blu-rays that I really wanted to show. So I'm going to redo my Blu-ray collection. So guys, I'm really freaking sorry. I know you liked that video, but don't worry, I will redo it. I promise you guys, I'll do that in the next video to come. So guys, have you seen The Shape of Water? Tell me what you think of the movie in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe and have a nice day.